Well, how's it going, everybody? Happy Saturday. I hope you're getting out and doing something that you enjoy doing so you can feel refreshed, that you're able to sharpen the blade, and of course, like we always talk about on the weekends, that even if you go out and you rejuvenate yourself, that you have a plan in place to get back on track when Monday comes around. But don't worry, we're not there yet. It's not even Sunday. We don't have to worry about the Mondays yet. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But I wanted to hop on here real quick because I was just having a conversation with an old friend. I'm going to call this friend Bill because if you watch the content in this group, everybody's Bill. So I was talking to Bill, and Bill had watched one of my recent posts about changing your environment so that you can change your mindset. And the question really profoundly came in, which is, what if the most toxic environment in my life currently is in here? And I think this is really important to understand, because even though some of the other content I made in the past is like, hey, look, just get out of your environment, that'll help. It's not quite that cut and clear, right? Because even if we were to get out of our environment, if we can't change the internal environment, the external environment doesn't matter. And a toxic environment on the inside will manifest itself into a toxic environment on the outside, even if that environment wasn't toxic to begin with. Okay? So what I mean by that is, let's say you decided, look, my life is terrible. I know I deserve more. I'm going to move across the country and I'm going to start fresh. And you do that. And at first, it's like, wow, what an incredible place, all these opportunities, I'm able to make new friends, I'm able to build new habits, all this stuff. But at the same time, let's say it doesn't fix what's going on in here. Well, there comes a point where we'll call it willpower or discipline or just our motivation to keep going with that positive attitude, it's going to start to dwindle. And then all of a sudden, we're going to see the flaws in the new situation no differently than the flaws that we saw in the old situation, and then all of a sudden the new situation becomes the old situation. And what did I move across the country for to restart my life if all these things keep happening to me? It must be me. It must be me, because no matter where I go or what I do, I end up in this type of a situation. Now you see where we're going with this. Now, it's not that it's you. It's that the thoughts that you're having manifest themselves in what you begin to see and how you interpret it. And I hope that makes sense. If we're always looking at something from a negative, if we're always looking at something from a perspective of, I'm just hanging in there until something bad happens, then when we get to that point where something could be perceived in two different lights, we will see it in that negative light because that's what we're looking for. Now, if we always go into situations looking for the silver lining, if we look for the opportunity hidden inside the work, then what we're going to find is an opportunity. And we're going to find work that eventually helps us grow. And when we look for those opportunities that eventually help us grow, and we accomplish tasks that build momentum in the direction that we ideally want to go, because that's the direction that we're looking for, that's when things start to click, and that's when the conversation inside starts to change. Okay? So it's not just about getting into a different environment. It's about getting into a different environment so that you can complete tasks and build momentum and self-confidence headed toward the direction that you're looking. So it all starts with, where are you looking? Why are you even looking there? Why is your mindset in such a place that you're looking at the negative? Okay? Where do you want to be? Do you want to lose more weight? Do you want to drop some strokes when you go out and play golf? Do you want to be able to come home at the end of a work day and be a better spouse? Doesn't matter what it is that you want to do. What matters is there's something that you want to do that you've never been able to follow through with in the past. And we have to get to the root of, why have you not been able to follow through in the past? And chances are it's just a few things that we talk about in this group all coming together. It's no It's typically no one particular thing. It's that you're in a negative environment externally. It's that you have negative self-talk internally. It's that you don't have a game plan to get there. You don't have anybody to hold you accountable along the way. There's all sorts of things that go into this. So it starts with, where is it that you're trying to get to? Do you want to be in a positive headspace? Do you want to be at your ideal weight? Again, all these things, no matter what it is. Great. Once we decide where we're headed, we make a commitment to ourselves. And then once we're committed, all of the decisions that we make moving forward complement that decision. And when every decision that we make is headed towards this vision that we have, we're probably going to accomplish that vision. We're probably going to take the steps forward, okay? Because even when things get tough, even when we fall behind, we still move forward because we know where that destination is. Okay, I'm out here in Portland, so let's say I got a one-way flight from Portland to Iceland. And then I get on the flight, and all of a sudden, because of a storm, they need to reroute me to New York, and then from New York, I have a layover to London, and then from London, I finally make it over to Iceland. Well, I still got where I wanted to go. It just took me a little bit of a different route to get there. But I still got there because that was the destination. And I think a lot of uncertainty comes from internally. We don't know where we're headed, so we don't know which decisions to make. We get down on ourselves for not making the right decisions, but we didn't know what the right decision was in the first place because we don't know where we're headed, right? And you see where we're going with this. And that creates doubt, and that creates negative self-talk. Whereas if we know where we're going and we make the decisions that lead us to that, then we can feel fulfilled because we made a decision and did work to move us in the direction that we're trying to get to. And ultimately that builds more self-confidence. Okay, so I hope this was really beneficial to everybody watching and to Bill. If Bill's watching, this one's for you. If any of you feel like this is really beneficial and you want to work together one-on-one, give me a call, okay? I have a program that's starting up here in just over a week. So if you like the kinds of things that I'm saying, if you find videos like this are helpful, if you like what you've been seeing in my Mobilitas Movers group and on my personal page, anything like that, reach out. Let's have a conversation. Let's make sure it's the right fit for you, and then let's help you on your journey. Let's figure out where it is you're trying to get to, break down into those tasks that we need to accomplish along the way. Let's build habits out of making those tasks easier to accomplish so we don't have to try so hard. It just becomes automatic, and we change that self-identity inside our head of, I'm the person who does these kind of things because the kind of person who does these things gets this outcome, and if that's the outcome you want, then you can get it, and I will help you get there. So go ahead and give me a call. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Go out, sharpen the blade, get a game plan ready for Monday. I'll talk to you soon.